You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, let the sound system, let's turn it up a little louder, turn it up a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I'm ready.
Here's the second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. Slot man moves right. On second down, a run with Etienne. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. These two teams, division rivals, of course. And you remember back to Week 18 last year, although Colts fans don't want to remember back to Week 18 last year. The Colts needed a win. And the Jags, they were kind of looking ahead to 2022. But the two-win Jags came up with one of the shockers of the season. They stunned the Colts 26-11 in Jacksonville. And that loss, and the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
21!
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. The Colts at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They run once more with Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's a heck of an effort from Josh Allen getting in there defensively.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. His first carry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Ryan. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This from 25 yards out. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A late season breakout at the end of 2021 with the Raiders earned Zay Jones a big deal as part of Jacksonville's spending spree this offseason. And he'll need to keep up that kind of play in order to stand out in a crowded Jags receiving room. First downs like that, an excellent way to continue to earn more opportunities.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
The mistake there by the offense, Charles, they tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged, and it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Ryan. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Ryan.
As this completes to Woods. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Running left, Taylor.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Play action. Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Chad Muma brings him down on that one defensively.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Chad Muma. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Rolling through, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Man open, here is Jones. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Patterson's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. But trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First, the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This one fielded at the 5. And he returns this to the 22. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw caught by Pierce. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now a give to Taylor. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now Ryan. He's got his target. That's Zach Pascal.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
3rd and 2, now Ryan.
That's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Trayvon Walker makes the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Ryan's throw taken in by Pascal. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Now it's Ryan.
Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they double makes our score 20-10.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete here. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence.
And this is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. This is Taylor.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now it's Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Touchdown!
Alec Pierce
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make this is a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead
and my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
And the Colts are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game. That has to drive a coach crazy.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Jags grab it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
This complete to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On play action, Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence.
And now here's another interception.
And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or before you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Here's Hines. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Josh Allen able to use that strength to get him for a loss of 2. Ryan wants to throw it. Under pressure, they got him again. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right.